Hey guys, welcome back to Breakdown, and I want to do a video today about wrestling. I felt the need to do a video about wrestling. I want to talk about some of the wrestlers that they have been booking and how I would book them in the current climate in WWE, with everything happening faster pace. First of all, I kind of want to talk about why they're not using the wild card rule. Well, no, wait. Why they're not using they're using the wild card rule. What the wild card rule is doing, I can't really say that word. Why am I having trouble saying that word? Wild card rule. Is R's hard? R's are a little bit hard. But they're leaving out some of the younger guys. But what they need to do is really just have them stepping up and challenging. Have more open challenge type of things. And having them come out to accept the challenge and have them put on good matches. The thing about this is, I watch Steven Larson, and they seem to always go back to the whole Asuka, Emma thing. And the thing about it is, Emma gave Asuka a run for her money at the pay-per-view. And a lot of people weren't looking for that because they've never did that before. And that looks bad on WWE because then they job her out in Raw, and they don't do the same thing that the pay-per-view. They should have did the same thing. They should have had Emma look strong against Asuka, and then talk about signing Emma, and that should have become a feud. That's the problem with WWE. They don't follow through with feuds. Something that I think they should do with Aiden English is they don't need to necessarily put him in a tag team, but if they wanted him to be sort of starting the feud with Rusev, or to eventually maybe get back with Rusev at some point down the road, and he can screw somebody over, whoever he's working with, there could be a lot of things go on. But I mean, I would put him with a strong guy. I don't know who. I'm trying to think who I would put him with. Honestly, what would be really, really good is put him with Lars Sullivan. Lars Sullivan can talk, but I think it would be interesting if Lars had a lackey and it was Aiden English. And think about this, that Lars goes around attacking people, okay? And they're mad. They're utterly pissed off at Lars just for beating the shit out of him, leaving him laying. Like the Hardy Boys is a great example. Jeff got hurt. He can't wrestle right now. Matt's the only one left. Matt Hardy's looking for redemption. Aiden English comes out and says, I am Lars' representative. I am the Lars representative, and you have to get through me to get to Lars. And I mean, yeah, sometimes it's going to be laughable, because if it's somebody big like Kane or Big Show or Braun, of course they're going to get through him with no problem. But then it comes to the fact that Lars could come out and interfere at some point. Or there could be another person associated with the group, maybe even Fandango. If you... I don't know why it's doing that stupid thing. Carter's doing the stupid thing. But there could be another person like Fandango could be heel and turn into a different character and talk about how he wants to be serious now, and he could kind of get associated with that by helping out Aiden every once in a while, and maybe that could be a tag team or something. I have no idea. But I do think Fandango needs to change his name. I think he needs to go by Johnny Curtis or something like that. He needs to change his name, change his gimmick. Tyler Breeze has to do, I think, he did really cool when he got over and he got to the main roster and in the gimmick that he was. But if a lot of people remember, a lot of the people that are huge during the Attitude Era did not start out as the thing that they came in as. Ringmaster, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, the elegant blue blood. That's how he started out. Rocky Maivia. What else? Mankind started out as just Mankind, and then of course all the personas came out. There's so many people that started out as something else, and then to get better, they had to evolve. So Tyler Breeze, needs to evolve. He can stay Tyler Breeze, but he's not going to be the fashion-wearing stunt thing. He's just going to go out there. He's going to wrestle really good and put on hella good matches. I know they could do it, so they need to let him do it. And then you got Fandango, who he could be Johnny Curtis. I think that's what his name is, Johnny Curtis, right? Comment down below. Because I think that's pretty sure that's what his name is. He can go by that and just, start wrestling really good too. And, they could start a beef, Tyler Breeze and Johnny Curtis, and they could have matches on main event and stuff and tear the house down. Let them have good matches on main event. And eventually people, maybe Vince will get attention and say, hey, they're putting on some pretty good matches. Have them have a match on SmackDown, drag it over to SmackDown, or drag it over to Raw. Let them have a good match on there. You need time to kill anyway. It's a 3-hour show. Why don't you put a good match on Raw? People will go, man, that's really good. Another person is Nakamura. You have him in a tag team in Rusev right now. And what the hell is that doing? I think really what needs to happen is Nakamura needs to get attacked by Rusev. And Nakamura needs to be cocky and arrogant, but be a good guy. Because I kind of think, this is what I think could happen with Nakamura, is that he's starting to show his edge now, since he's a bad guy. What needs to happen now is a slight turn that makes him likable, but he's kind of more of a jackass, like to the bad guys, and the good guys. Like, if he's wrestling, like, he doesn't have to be heel. He just has to be like a rude guy. Like, and I think he could get over as that. Or, if he's just like flipping people off, he could almost be kind of like the Asian Stone Cold, sort of, if they wanted to play that, role. I think Nakamura, oh my God, they're missing the boat with that so bad. They bungled that so bad. They should have had Nakamura beat AJ Styles at WrestleMania last year. It's so stupid. And instead they had him turn heel after. What's the point? You should have had him turn heel at the beginning of the match. Or like right before the go-home show to WrestleMania. The go-home show to WrestleMania should have been Nakamura low-blowing AJ Styles and turning heel. So then at WrestleMania, when he goes in there, it's legitimate that he is going to do anything to get that title. And then he should have won the title. I love AJ Styles, but you're putting him way high on the pedestal, but yet you won't let him beat Brock Lesnar. He's not going to probably beat Seth Rollins unless the club is going to end up joining him on Monday Night Raw in the club and call themselves the club or something like that. And if Balor ends up becoming a part of that too. If that becomes a thing, then awesome. Before I go any further, let's kind of talk about that for a second. If Money in the Bank happens and Finn Balor, the biggest thing that WWE could do right now, if they wanted to make the fans completely happy, and they wanted to do something completely shocking, is have Finn Balor get Money in the Bank. Have AJ win the Universal Championship by the club helping him and beating up Seth when Seth is almost getting ready to beat AJ Styles. They maybe cause a distraction, and AJ beats him. Makes AJ look a little weak, but we know how strong AJ is, so really he's not weak. Either of them could win, and I think it would be... it wouldn't be like, ooh, because, Seth's not Brock. AJ's beat guys like Seth. It's like, he can beat him, and it would be like acknowledgeable. Like, we would think it's okay if it happened. But then you have Finn with the briefcase, and no, he's not going to cash in on AJ because they bring the club back on Monday Night Raw. Finn comes out and he lays the briefcase in the middle of the ring, and he says, tomorrow night I'm facing Kofi Kingston for the world title, for the WWE World Championship. And he does it right in front of AJ, right in front of Balor and Anderson. Anderson and Gallows. And the very next day, before SmackDown airs, that's when WWE releases that Gallows and Anderson have signed another 2-year contract with the company. Or another 3 years contract with the company, because now the club is a thing. Oh my God! The internet would break. Seriously, it would break if they did that. And you could have Andrade challenge Finn after the fact, or have him get the IC title, and as soon as he drops the IC title, go after Finn if they're wanting to make Andrade a star. Because I did see something last night, and before I got off work, before I filmed this video, is that they said Andrade, so he might win it, and that's one of my picks. I did choose Andrade. Like I said, I do think Drew is one of the top people, but I don't see Finn winning. But if he did, it would be interesting, and it would kind of put the thought in your head that maybe they're going to do the club thing, because maybe Triple H is getting, hey, Vince, you big idiot, you have something right in front of you, you're not doing it. That's a lot of things that Vince is not doing that's right in front of him. You had Apollo Crews and Titus Young waiting to make them tag team champions. That would have been a funny tag team. They could have won. They could have clamored. They could have been bad guys. They could have been awesome. You didn't do that. Now Apollo Crews is swallowed. I don't know where Titus is at. I'm assuming they're going to release him at some point soon. If they're not going to release Titus, I think he'll go into a role where he's either doing something on the network or he's doing something backstage. That's my opinion. Or he's really just one of those guys that he's going to show up in the Rumble. He's going to show up in the Battle Royals. He's going to show up overseas. He's going to do the gimmick things. And he's going to show up on Raw every once in a while. But he's not really some guy that you're going to be like, oh yeah, that guy is who I tuned in to watch on Raw. It's not that guy. But as far as everything else goes, man, there's so many talent that they're not using right now. Supposedly EC3 has a lot of heat. If I was going to do something with EC3, I would have brought him up and immediately had him attack somebody. Who would have had him attack? Probably Randy Orton, to be completely honest. Orton should be babyface right now. They have so many fresh meat right now that there should be heels demolishing Randy Orton. Honestly, there should be a faction feuding with Randy Orton right now, because that would be interesting. And then have Randy, break them down one by one. Kind of like the Legacy, but he's not in the faction. He wouldn't be in the faction. He would be, kind of just on the outside looking in. He wouldn't be in the faction, though. He'd just be like a faction is forming, and they're called, something. It wouldn't be like a group to end Randy Orton's career. It would just be like, some random group that was created, when they came up to main roster. Something that I saw, Chris Danger had that idea with Aleister Black and Authors of Pain, which is a great idea. And the other Authors of Pain is not doing anything right now. But it'd be interesting to see the one that's not injured on TV being kind of like a bodyguard for somebody, and then when they show back up, there'd be a faction. I'm not sure who it would be. I don't know if Aleister Black's the right guy. But I think they were in the right direction when they put him with his name, Drake Maverick. And you haven't seen him at all. So they may just took Authors of Pain and Drake off TV for a while. Maybe trying to figure out what to do with them. But they're on the right track, but Drake's not the right guy to be with them. I think that they need to kind of be bodyguards to a tag team and then build them up a little bit. Because I think they just need to do that. And then they could do stunts to show how powerful they are and, show how, strong they are when they attack people on the outside, during the matches and stuff like that. That would be something that I would like to see. Maybe a B team, hires the Authors of Pain as, their bodyguards. And you can even go as far as to say that WWE released them on TV and be storyline, but it'd be like the B team hired them. So now they're their bodyguards. Think about that. That'd be awesome. And because I mean, B teams are really good wrestlers. They should be on TV. I don't know why they're not on TV more. When they are, they just job them out. It's stupid. You know, there's so much legacy there. Like, why would you not use that? Vince is not very intelligent right now. He's not using what he has. He has people right in front of him that could draw a crowd, draw ratings, and he's not doing it in the way that he should. And I'm just baffled by that fact that he has so much great talent. He has Aleister Black sitting on the sidelines. Yet he has, you know, I don't know. Aleister Black sitting on the sidelines. What the hell are you doing? You have Nakamura sitting on the sidelines. What? What are we doing? Oh my God. A match. Matches everywhere. Oh my Lord, what are you doing? Insanity ensuing everywhere and in between. Oh, you can only imagine what is going through our mind right now, trying to figure out why Vince has two top stars, former NXT champions. Triple H has got to be beside himself going, you have Bobby Roode's pretty much a jobber. And I don't even know how you would book Bobby Roode. I can't figure out Bobby Roode to save myself, like why he even went to WWE, because you had to have known. He knew that this was going to happen. You know, I kind of think a tag team is the right idea for him. To be completely honest, it probably is the right move for him because it's a safe bet that he'll do good in a tag team. But as a world champion in WWE, I never seen him as like when I see him in TNA, I'm like, yeah, that's cool, yeah, that's awesome, it's working. But in WWE, it's not clicking. Like, of all the guys they have, I wouldn't want to see him in the world title picture because he's good, but he's not world title good. He's United States title good. Maybe IC. Not even IC title. US be a good fit for him. Because it's right there where it could be a challenger, you know, to the world title, world champions, but not with it. You know, so I think that's pretty much where he's an upper mid-carder, pretty much. That's what he should be. And I think they need to start booking him that way. You know, like whoever beats Kofi for the title, most likely going to be a bad guy. That would be the perfect fit for Bobby Roode to challenge them. Or if AJ's a heel, you know, Bobby faces them. Well, Bobby's a heel right now, so he could face Kofi right now and be legitimate. But it wouldn't be legitimate for Kofi because you would know that Bobby's a jobber. Because they haven't booked him very well. Yeah, so much. Oh my God, Aleister Black. I mean, what would I do with Aleister Black? I don't know. I mean, he would immediately get put into the main event scene. One, he'd be in Money in the Bank. I'll tell you that right now. He would definitely do that. But honestly, he wouldn't need Money in the Bank. He is so over, he doesn't need Money in the Bank. If you put him out there and you have him facing people left and right, he could be the Goldberg for WWE. You put him out there, he demolishes Bo Dallas one week. On SmackDown, he shows up, wild card rule, F it all. Aleister Black's on every damn show. Shows up, demolishes or Michael McGillicuddy, or whatever his name, Curtis Axel. Raw shows up, beats the B team in a handicap match. SmackDown shows up, he beats the B team and Rusev in a 3-on-1 handicap match. But it's all tag. Beats him. But at that, Nakamura comes in and all four guys are beating him down. That could build to a Nakamura-Aleister Black match, to be completely honest. But that's what I would do. I would have him just continue to beat him. Eventually have him have a gauntlet match on Raw and have him go through Rusev and Nakamura and the B team in a gauntlet match and have him walk out the winner. After that, then you start going to the top tiers. You have him face Rey Mysterio. And these are just basic matches. And he's beating them. And then by the time it gets to SummerSlam or Royal Rumble time, that's when you have Aleister Black win the world title. Because you have him in the ring on Raw saying, I beat everybody you put in front of me. You can't, no one can beat me. There you go. Anyway, hope you liked the video. I'm out of time. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. I'll catch you guys later. Keep rocking. Keep watching wrestling. Let me know your thoughts down below.